Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second speaker of Technology and Innovation Management Speaker Series that grew out of my classes in Technology Strategy and Open Innovation. And today we have a speaker, Soraya Gadit, who is a CEO and a founder of InoCrowd, a platform that matches seekers for solutions, companies, organizations, and solvers, individuals or group who are giving away their knowledge to help the seekers find the best solution. Soraya, the idea is to have up to 45 minutes presentation, followed by 15 minutes Q&A session. The questions will be made by the attendants through the channel, and you can decide which of them do you think you can answer. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Very good. So Soraya, welcome, and please take control.
Okay, so you gave me control, yes?
You have control, so you just need to start using it.
So, hello everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Leeds and NovaSBE for this kind of invitation, and to make a short presentation about open innovation and more specifically about InoCrowd and our success cases on this technology and innovation management second meeting. So InoCrowd was founded by me in 2011. We have 9 years of market already. It's an open innovation or crowdsourcing platform. We connect, as Professor Litt told you before, we connect companies, organizations that have specific challenges in terms of innovation, like sometimes they have some kind of needs in terms of product innovation or process innovation or technology innovation, and they can submit these challenges in our platform, and we will publish these challenges to our network of solvers. These solvers, that we call them solvers, are mainly researchers from the best universities all around the world. Also, they can be startups or spin-offs, or also freelancers, or also they can be companies, big companies or medium SMEs companies also. So until now, we have 1.6 million solvers. They are from all around the world, mainly because we have made also a partnership with a very big crowdsourcing company named HeroX. They are in US, United States, and also because we have made another partnership with other company, which is NovaSBE. They are in the Netherlands. So we joined, we have made a task force together, and we can reach 1.6 million solvers from all around the world. From InoCrowd, our solvers are more than 600,000. We can obtain solutions in 4 to 6 weeks, but right now we are trying to short this period of time for 30 days. We have 95% of success rate, and this is more because we have a lot of solvers in our network, but because we have also added in our platform artificial intelligence and machine learning for the match between the seeker and the solver to be more complete and more accurate. So that's why we can obtain solutions in 30 to 60 days. And we have this big amount of success rate of 95%. This 95% is measured on the implementation of the solution, because we can already, we have 100% of match between the needs of the seeker and the solutions that we are getting from the solvers. But sometimes the solution is not being well implemented. The prototype sometimes is not running well. So we have 5% of failures, and this is our success rate. The profile of our solvers are mainly engineers. They are mainly IT engineers, and 30%, and 29% of other engineers. We have a lot of mechanical engineers, and 28% are physics, chemistries, and mathematics, and 9% they are from healthcare, nutrition, and 4% from business, marketing, and arts. According to our solvers, and regarding our solvers from InoCrowd solvers, the 600,000, they are mainly from Europe. Then the other part, they are coming from North America, Asia, Oceania, South America, and Africa. Portugal, we have 60% of our solvers, they are coming from Portugal. This is our partnerships, mainly the best partnerships that we have made. We have made partnerships with the best universities here in Portugal, the 26 universities, but also we have made with the 5 best universities in US, which is MIT, Stanford, Carnegie Mellon, and University of Penn, and Harvard. And also we have the 5 best universities in our platform in Europe, namely Fraunhofer from German. And also we have the 5 best universities from Asia. And we have made a very big partnership 2 years ago with the European Space Agency and also with NASA. InnoX, as I told you, is our partnership in US. Regarding some success cases, I have here 3 success cases to show to you. We are solving more or less 3 to 4 cases per month. But I choose 3 to explain to you. The first one is from Metro Oporto. They had a challenge, I think it was last year. They wanted us to identify the customers that don't have validated, that didn't have validated tickets, or that didn't have tickets at all. But the problem of this challenge was that the solution should respect the GDPR. So the confidentiality of the customers should be short. And the other problem of this challenge was to make an alert that would put the customers going back and buy the ticket. So it was a very hard challenges, as all the challenges that we had. We have made the prototype. We have had 11 solutions in 60 days. They were coming from all over the world. They awarded 2, one from France and one from Japan, and they have moved on with one from the Japan solvers. And we have tested the prototype this year in January at Casa da Música, and we had an accuracy of 98%. So we could detect from their solution, which is with a sensor, with artificial intelligence, and it's based on LiDAR systems. And they could detect in 98% of the times who is going by railway station by fraud or not. So who has the ticket or don't have the ticket. So we could solve this very complicated challenge for Metro do Porto, the railway station from Portuguese company here. The other challenge that I want to talk with you is about Volkswagen. Volkswagen had a challenge, they had submitted a challenge to us 5 years ago. They wanted a non-destructive assay to evaluate the quality of their laser weldings. So they had to destroy 6 vehicles per year to evaluate the quality of the laser weldings. And they wanted an alternative for not to destroy these cars. We submitted the challenge, and after 60 days we had 7 solutions. But the challenge that the solution that was awarded was from a Portuguese university. The professor had made a thesis at Airbus company on the wings of the planes, and he used induced currents, and the solution was 100% viable. Also, they were using on the airplanes, so at Airbus, and 100% viable. And in cars, it's also 100% with a fiability of 100%. We have made the prototype 2 to 3 years ago, and it worked very well. So they are now scaling up the solution. Auto Europa here in Portugal is already using this solution, and they are not destroying any car at all. It was a very expensive essay that they had to do to destroy 6 cars per year, and the amount of human resources that they had to have to destroy these cars was huge. And also it was a very dirty essay to do on a factory. So this was a very, very big and good solution for them. Okay, I think the meeting will lead. Okay. Hello? Okay.
So yes, this was not supposed to happen, but if anything happens, I'm going to post a new link so that we can actually move to another.
Okay, lead. Because I saw here something and I was a little bit confused.
It actually worked really well before, but it seems like we are having some issues at the university level. So I'll try to set up a new link and send
yes, it's better. It's better. Okay, but
sorry,
I'm still here. I'm still here. I will continue.
Yes, and I'll send the link in the chat.
Okay. The other challenge that I would like to talk with you is from a very big real estate company. Here, they are from US, but they have offices here in Portugal. And they wanted to know what are the customers, individuals, and also people that want to sell their houses and people that want to buy houses. And they wanted to know if this was possible by collecting public data and also the digital behaviors of the customers. But the problem of this challenge was like the first one. Well, all the solutions had to be obliged to respect the GDPR. So this was the difficulty of this challenge also, to collect public data and also to link this with the digital behavior and to put this in an algorithm. But all the data has to be according to the GDPR. So we had for this challenge 16 solutions. They came from all over the world. They are now trying to choose, in a process, to choose the best solutions. They have agreed that from the 16, 3 of them are very, very good. And now our process allows that the seeker to talk with the 3 or the 4 or the 5 best ones, and they allow the solvers to make a pitch in order for the seeker to know who is the best solution after all. So we are now on this process, and hopefully we will have a solution maybe in 2 weeks, the best solution for this challenge. As I told you, we are solving about 3 to 4 challenges per month, and this didn't change in this pandemic crisis. In fact, it increased the number of submissions of challenges from our seekers, because this is I think, the best way to work remotely and digitally. So we only need a computer, and we need seekers from one side and solvers from the other side. So we used to work on a remote way, on a virtual way for nine years. So for us, it's not unusual. So for us, this pandemic crisis, the COVID crisis, it's an opportunity also to accelerate some processes that were delayed, or some CEOs that were trying to delay some submissions. But now they are running, and they are trying to submit all the challenges very, very quickly. So Lid, it's all okay?
I guess so. I mean, I didn't do anything for the first time and the second time, but you know, the Zoom is giving us some surprises.
Yes, they allowed you more 45 minutes, I think.
All of a sudden, I have all the time. But if anything happens, I just wanted to tell the participants to copy paste the new invitation. If there's disconnects in the chat, you can actually have that. And Soraya, I'll send you another message for you just to have it at your own pace later on, if something happens. But it seems that we are okay.
Okay. So right now, I will try to share with you a video from Telegraph. InoCrowd was well, the Telegraph wanted to make her as an interview.
I hope it will work. Are you going to share the screen, Soraya, or how?
Oh yeah, I'm sharing.
No, you're sharing the presentation here, but I'm not sure if it's the screen or. We only see the presentation, so if you wish to.
You are not seeing the.
No, I think it would be maybe useful to just send the link to people so that they can see it later on.
And now?
Now it's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit. Is it okay?
We cannot hear you though.
Okay, so I will share this. Okay.
Please share the link, and then they can see it later on, and we could continue with the conference call.
Okay. So I will continue the presentation.
Yes, please. And just copy paste the link on the.
Okay.
Screen. Thanks a lot.
So now you are seeing here. Yes, Lead?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I'm going to copy this link for you if you want to see this. Oh, sorry. So later on, I will.
Yeah, we can do that later. Maybe we should just continue with the presentation, and later you can provide that.
This, as I told you earlier, the pandemic crisis gave us, well, a new opportunity. Also because right now we are being challenged for a lot of health institutions to give them answers very quickly. And so the crowdsourcing could be a very easy way for people that want effective and rapid responses. Right now, crowdsourcing for the COVID pandemic crisis has gave some positive answers, like the sequencing the virus genome was made from researchers from all around the world. This is an example of crowdsourcing. Also, I know other project that it's called Open Air Project, and this was also built based on the crowdsourcing concept, and was to help people, engineers, to build a new ventilator. And this was built in 1 month, the new ventilator, with the crowdsourcing engineers from all over the world. MIT in it's another example that they are trying to find tech innovations that can slow and track the spread of the pandemic crisis, also using the crowdsourcing concept. The Canada government is looking for rapid tests, 20 minutes, that could detect the virus using other sample than the nasopharyngeal swab. So until now, all the tests are made by PCR, and it takes 4 to 5 hours to have a solution or positive or negative tests, and it could take 24 to 72 hours for a patient to have their results here in Portugal, at least. So the Canada government, they are looking for rapid tests, and they have submitted this challenge to our partner, to EuroX, my partner in US, and they want to detect the positive cases and the negative cases in 20 to 15 minutes. Innocentive, which is our other crowdsourcing company, that they are in US, they are launching a new challenge to reduce the transmission of COVID-19, and they want a solution in 30 days. And as InoCrowd has launched a new challenge last week to develop a wristband pulse oximeter to monitor respiratory functions and vital signs. So these are some examples of crowdsourcing challenges that are running from all around the world, and I count more than 100 that are running right now and based on the crowdsourcing concept. So these are some of our awards. We have been awarded very, very much, and thank you, here in Portugal and also outside of Portugal. And thank you for your attention on my presentation, and I'm here to answer to all of your questions.
So thank you, Soraya. I'm not sure if the attendees actually have asked the questions. Just give me a second, because I have posted the other information. Does anybody from the crowd has a question? Because if you don't, I will have a lot of questions for Soraya. If you have a question, if you would be kind to just write them, that would be really nice. So there are questions. Can you see them, Soraya?
Thank you. What does the monetization of InoCrowd model like? It's about the business plan, is it, Lead?
So yes, it's your business model. How do you actually appropriate the value? Make money.
Okay, our business plan. So the business plan I will try to also to put here, but it's very easy. Sorry, are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. For InoCrowd, we earn 5,000 euros to submit a challenge. First of all, we don't charge anything at all to diagnose the right challenge to put in our platform. It's free, and it takes about 1 month or 2 months to try to analyze what is the best challenge to put in our platform. To write the challenge and to have the help of our collaborators to help the seeker to write the challenge, we charge 5,000 euros. And for the seeker to see the solutions, they have to pay us plus 10,000 euros. For the solver, they are awarded for the best solution. They have a minimum prize award of 5,000 euros. So they can have prizes between 5,000 to 1 million. It happens, and I have some examples of this also, and plus the cost of the solution. So the cost of the solution, it will includes the IP transfer, the transfer of knowledge if they don't have a patent, and also a license. And also if the solver needs to develop a prototype, also the cost of this prototype has to be included in this. So the solver will win a prize plus the cost of the solution. And the good news here for InoCrowd is that InoCrowd is recognized here for our government, from that we do research and development, and all the 15,000 they can here in Portugal, for companies here in Portugal, of course, they can be repaid the 15,000 euros. So this is very good for Portuguese companies. So the government will pay them the 15,000 euros back. Okay, this is the CFID, if they have profit, of course. Okay, lead.
Yes, I am. I'm looking. Is there are other questions? I assume. Let's. Do you want to go through the questions here?
Yeah, I'm trying to see it where, but yeah. So the first one.
You have answered the first one. So the next one is from Nicholas Rappner. He says, "Thank you for your presentation. In the course of the COVID-19 crisis, where do you see the biggest innovation potential for innovations in the healthcare sector that will also have a lasting impact?"
Okay, thank you, Nicholas, for your great question. I think, well, the first one that I'm working on and that I have my hands on right now is to discover a rapid test. So we are right now, and InoCrowd is 100% involved on this challenge to discover a rapid test for Portugal and also for the world, of course. We have received 20 to 30 solutions, and right now we are testing 2 of them that seem to the health professionals the best one. The tests, the rapid tests, if they work, they are very, very useful for this pandemic crisis, because in 15 minutes you can see if a patient is infected or not. And also this is very good to screen the patient, the suspected cases. So this could be a very, very huge, this could have a very huge impact. The other sector that I see a lot of potential is to trace the patients or the suspected cases, but respecting the GDPR and the confidentiality of the patient and the suspected patients. So traceability, it's already being done in South Korea and in other countries like Singapore and other countries like Israel. But I'm not sure if the confidentiality of the people are maintained. So the challenge here is to have a kind of traceability solution that could protect, that can protect patients or suspected infected patients or individuals. The other biggest innovation that I think it could be very helpful right now is to allow physicians and to make virtual consult. I know that there are a lot of solutions, but we need a good solution that the doctor could see and could make their consultation in a virtual way, that could prescribe the drugs to the patient for patients that can be at home and can also the delivery of the drugs could be by a drone or like something like that. So I think fast diagnose, traceability, and also the visual consultation, virtual consultations could be very, very important for the COVID crisis. And of course, to to have a vaccine or a treatment that could alleviate this pandemic crisis in a faster way, because 1 year and a half, it's too much, I think, for this pandemic crisis. Something that could accelerate the development of a vaccine or a drug. This would be amazing. So I'm going to move to other question. Okay, what was my motivation to found InoCrowd? Well, my motivation is, I don't know if you already perceived that, well, I'm a pharmacist. I used to work in oncology and infection diseases. And I was like in my lab with 15 other persons, and doing research on oncology diseases and also in malaria. And I found out that 15 people were not going to achieve anything in 1 year or 2 years. So 11 years ago, I started InoCrowd to make a pool of researchers and people that have know-how. And I do believe that this is the right way to accelerate innovation. This was my motivation. Right now I have a chance to put my hands on this COVID thing, and I'm doing that. The other question is, hi Soraya, have your company ever been actively involved in a project that needed your participation? Well, in fact, I was talking about that, about the rapid tests for COVID. We are deeply involved on this one, and we have submitted a challenge last week, as I told you on my previous slide, which is to find out an oximeter that will measure the respiratory and vital signs of patients, and that will tell the physicians if a patient is in suffering or not, or make an alarm for the patients that are at home, that don't have a need to go to the hospital. We submitted, and it was our responsibility, and we are the seekers for this particular challenge, to find a new oximeter. Okay. Hi Soraya, Martin Bull. Hi Soraya, who provides solvers with toolkits in order to design innovative solutions? InoCrowd or the solution seekers? I don't understand this question, Lid.
Well, I guess that Martin was trying to connect this with some of the things that we've been studying here in our class. But Martin, do you want to actually elaborate on your question by yourself so that I don't need to do it for you? I can.
It's a template, maybe?
No, toolkit is a process that allows you to customize or to
prototype.
It could be a platform, yes, based on.
No, it could be a prototype.
Yes, it could be a prototype that you could further enhance, but the toolkits can be many things. But here is the thing: how do you actually? I'll try to reshape that question if Martin allows me. Martin, is that okay? If he would like to answer. Okay, good. So,
the other question, I'm going to move on.
Well,
do you have a?
And then I'll ask you this question, but in a different way. Is that okay?
Okay. So the other question is from Max. Havermeyer, I don't know if I spell it well. Can anyone who is interested sign up to be a solver, or or do they have to go through a selection process? No. Thank you, Marx, for this question. Everyone can be a solver in our platform. They can, all the persons, they can sign up free. So we will not select who is the best, if the solver has skills to be in our platform or not. The thing that we select the solvers by the success of the solution. I will not lie that in the end of the process, that the seekers, we tell them after they pay us the 10,000 euros, if the solver comes from a university, or if the solver comes from a company, but until when we present them the solutions, they are not able to see what is the name of the solver and what is the university or the company. We hide from the seekers on the first stage. After they choose the best or the 3 best solutions, and if they want to make a meeting with the 3 best or the 5 best solutions, we will give them the names and the universities and the organizations. And this is not to have a bias. We want the seekers to select the solutions by the solution themselves, not from the solver or the institution that they are coming from. So the other question is Joana Durão. Hi, Soraya. If someone has an idea for an innovative solution but does not have any of the background shown, does the technical skills to actually it can other? So yes, for sure. Joana, thank you for this question. For sure, in our platform you have an option to invite other solvers to be in your solution with you. So you can have an idea, but you don't have the skills or the technology to build a prototype. So you can invite a company or someone that you know that will participate on the solution with you, or you can present only the idea and tell the seeker that, well, I'm going to present you the idea, but I don't have technology to build up the prototype. You will build the prototype and you will say that you will deliver the idea for the company to build the prototype for you, but they have to pay you. They have to pay you the award for the best idea, and also for the transfer of the knowledge. Okay, so this is very important for us. Okay? For the solvers to be paid for their work, of course. So the outcome counts. I don't know.
Yes, that's what the summary by Max to your answer. So thank you for this. If the others have any questions, please ask them. Soraya, I would use this opportunity to ask you a couple of questions. Is that okay?
Yes.
So you have 1.6 million. Did I read that well? 1.6 million solvers, correct?
With HeroX and NoCo.
Yes, and when somebody posts a challenge, how many people actually, on average, take a chance and submit a solution?
How many people
solvers actually post a solution on average?
Okay, this is a good question. We have an average of 100 to 200 solvers that are interested in one niche challenge, and we see this because we know we have a metric that knows if a solver run the tests all over. And we can measure how many solvers that read all the challenge. And then we measure that, well, this solver is interested to solve this challenge. So it's about 100 to 150. And we have about 20 solutions that will, in medium, we have about 20 solutions that will respect all the requirements of the challenge. And these are the solutions that we will present to our seeker. We don't present to our seeker, they can see it for sure, but we don't present to our seekers the solutions that are one phrase only, that don't meet the requirements at all.
So you do have some curation of the
yes, on to select the solutions to present to the seeker.
Okay.
Not only manual, but also the platform has a form automatically to do that. So this is very important. When we write the template, the seeker writes the template of the challenge. They have to write the requirements very well, and this is mandatory for the seeker. And also the solver has to answer if they achieve 100%, between 0 to 100% of each requirement. So the machine will tell you in the end what are the solutions that have 100% of the requirements or not. And these are the ones that we will present to the solvers. And in average, it's about 20 to 25, not more.
Very good, thank you. We have a question from Ricardo Coelho Silva. Do you see it?
Yes. Are all solutions developed done in competitive teams, or have you had cases where collaboration was more widespread, namely through forum discussion between multiple solvers? Yes, thank you, Ricardo. In fact, we had a very tough, very tough challenges, and this mainly this widespread discussions are for some code challenges. So these are the challenges that we need multiple solvers, and also for very big challenges. We had a very big challenge for a gas company. They wanted to measure in real time their gas conduct. It was a very difficult challenge because they wanted to integrate systems that were not talking to each other, like the Microsoft Navision, the SCADA technology, which has sensors, and also the SIG, the GIS, so in real time. So the systems were not talking to each other. This was a very hard, difficult theme, challenge, and this was solved by 3 teams. One from Switzerland, the other one from Italy, and the supervised by a university here in Portugal. So we had here on this solution, I think 20 to 30 solvers, so trying to solve this challenge. So we have multiple solvers trying to solve our challenges.
Thank you for the answer. Now, the question that may come to one's mind is, how do you resolve questions of the intellectual properties?
Okay, thank you for that question, Professor Leeds. We solve this, we are solving this right in the beginning. When the seeker and the solver registered at our platform, they have to sign up 5 documents, but one is very important, which is the IP transfer. So the solver, when they sign up at InoCrowd platform, they have to sign this document. And this document states that if he is the winning solution of the challenge, he is obliged to transfer the IP or to license the patent to the seeker if he is the winner. So he will be paid for an award for the best solution, and also he will be paid to transfer the IP to the seeker. And or if he don't want to transfer the IP, he could have he also have the alternative to license the patent. So this is made upfront, not in the end. So when the solvers they subscribe to our platform, they already know what is the rules. So if they don't accept these rules, they cannot be in our platform.
Very good, thank you. And I have another question. It is when you mentioned that there are 20 solutions, let's say on the average per challenge. Um, are there people from different backgrounds solving problems, or is it always if a problem is from one area, for example, telecommunications, then only telecommunications engineers are solving that problem?
Yes, in fact, we are seeing like people from mechanical areas giving solutions, technology solutions, IT solutions, and we are seeing some people that are very good in on the aerospace system that are solving challenges from the pharmaceutical companies, and people that are chemistries that are okay, it's a mess. But it's not a mess. Well, you know, I think the solver has some skills, and if they have to have curiosity, well, they also have to have skills for sure. But I see a lot that some challenge, and I would like say that, well, this challenge will be solved by chemistry people, and sometimes it will be solved by a mechanical. So it's it's very it's not predictable.
So if I may give an interpretation, it seems like InoCrowd is breaking the scientific silos.
Yes, yes, for sure. And sometimes when I speak to a seeker, right now for this real estate challenge, I have one very good big solution, and it came from a physic person. I know that there are algorithms that they had um, to to develop, or to know that they have to develop an algorithm. So I would think that a mathematician will go to this challenge, or maybe a business intelligence person, or maybe a management person. I don't know, or marketing person would solve this challenge. But the best solution, I think, it's from a physics person.
And that is very good. Now, okay, here is another question from Nella Junge. How high is the implementation integration rate of the solutions by the seekers?
Okay, Nella, thank you for this question. I think I mentioned this in my previous slides. It was on my second slide. 95% of our solutions are implemented and integrated in our on the seekers company. We have 5% of failure, and these failures sometimes it's because of the prototype that it's not running well, did not run so well that. And then the seeker has to make a decision to not go forward.
Thank you. And I have one more question on my side. If somebody else has a question, please post it in the next 2 minutes, because we would like also to give some time to Soraya to rest. Soraya, I just wanted to ask you, given that there are multiple disciplines, people from multiple disciplines coming to read the problem and to attempt to solve it, is there any role of your platform or from your side to actually translate this solution so that it can be understandable for different people coming from different backgrounds?
I did not understood. If I have like a Google translation in different languages from each
Not about the
challenge.
languages. So here is the thing. If I post if I am seeking a solution
How?
for a very pharmaceutical problem, but I'm using pharmaceutical language, how likely are people from, let's say, marketing to understand what is the problem so that they can attempt to solve that?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any attempt from your side to shape the language of the problem so that they can attract different seekers?
Well, the thing that we have, that's why that not everything is doing automatically. We have, we does like a drift in our platform that it's always working. So it's like a chat 24 hours for the solvers that have some questions, and they can ask questions to this chats that are 24 hours working. Sometimes some of the questions are we already know the answer, so this is with a bot. But some of the questions they need a woman to to answer, and that's why InoCrowd has 10 persons working with me. We have with different backgrounds. Um, some are pharmaceuticals and some are chemistry. Some are from the area of finance. Some are from the area of mechanical, and they will try to answer the questions for them. Also, on the other side, the solvers can also send questions to the seeker. They have a dashboard. They can send message to the seeker. It's anonymized, so the seeker doesn't know who is questioning, and also the solver will not know the name of the company because the challenges are anonymous. But they have this tool. They can talk with us to InoCrowd, and also they can talk to the seeker to try to, we try to answer to all the questions that come to from solvers, and it's not a problem for us. Not also for the seekers.
Thank you very much, Soraya, for your time and for your very valuable answers. I am always fascinated by the energy that you invest in leading InoCrowd as an alternative way of innovating. And congratulations on your successes so far, and I wish you all the best in the next.
Thank you, Professor Lid. It's also always a pleasure to talk about InoCrowd and open innovation, and also about entrepreneurship, because I think that InoCrowd it's a way also to build up and to try to motivate others that want to be entrepreneurs to be entrepreneurs. So thank you a lot.
Thank you very much, and we wish you good health and stay safe.
Yes, also for you. Oh.
I will now stop recording and we will leave the meeting. Bye bye, Soraya.
Bye.